Hey, how is everyone? Could you understand what one thought comes to your mind? Okay. Yes. Never give up. Okay, good. Very nice. Okay. Yes. Trust. Okay. I'm very happy that so many people have started speaking. That was the aim, transformation. You are coming up. You are speaking. And that is what is you're taking steps towards becoming leader. That fear will go, that inhibition will go. You will become strong leaders, strong persons. In this video, we saw a couple of things. Firstly, the English part. Very nice, clear speech. Her fluency and vocabulary is good. And another message is, no matter what kind of troubles you face in life, always believe in yourself that you can do still better. In the last part, the message was be kind to yourself. What does it mean? It means a lot actually that you take care of yourself, you plan your life, then only you can be of use to someone else. There may be many dreams that I want to become officer, I want to become this, I want to earn this much, but for what? It will be of use for someone else also. But then you stand on your own in a bigger way, you will be of great utility to others. That is the strong message. Lady is from Baluch part of Pakistan, and she is a model also in a wheelchair, probably one of its own kind, a lady with disability, but very, very strong mindset. And she is UN ambassador for Pakistan. She was anchor also on TV. Mazari. So wherever, developing or not, what I said on first day, every evening before you go to bed, check yourself what you did in the whole day. Are you moving forward or you are stagnant at one place in terms of growth in your personality? Something you learned in a whole day, something you learned through some actions, some lesson from good things and bad things as well. Both are important, okay? So that you, after some time, are not in a list of failure. You are somewhere fitting in the career, some career. As of now, we all are aiming defense career, okay? So it will get materialized, but you have got limited time. Next 5 to 6 years, you have time. You must make your dream come true. And nobody can stop except you. If you are ready to prepare hard, systematically, analyzing where you are going wrong and where you are correct, and step by step you will advance. Theoretical part and also the interview part. The other day I told you why you should join armed forces. There are some highlights: adventure, thrill, enthusiasm. The uniform itself is a fascinating thing which will attract you. And the last one is the spark that Indian Defense Forces imbibes in you, that everything is possible. And that's why we see all those personalities, we are getting inspired from them. It is not that whatever they faced hardships, we are not highlighting that. We are highlighting their journey, how they conquered adverse time, how they have bounced back in life. That is the essential part, okay? Do you have it in you? Do you have it in you? Strongly start believing that you have it in you. And what is that it? Some officer-like qualities, the zeal to achieve your passion, that strong will that one day you will be successful, that belief system in you that yes, I can do it. That is the strong phenomena. It should come within you. Because in this clip, just we saw a clip, journey starts from within, isn't it? Unless and until you start believing from within, how can the outer world will help you? Wake up from within, okay? Chetword Credo, we are highlighted on the opening day also. Nation first, People under you are next, and your own comfort, safety, and whatever self-related is last always and every time. Steps we know: cracking the exam, you will be aiming for NDA written or CDS written subsequently, then interview, then medical list, and then merit list. Now coming to the services selection board, this I will briefly explain why it is there. This system is there. This system is very, very different. You are an object. You are somewhere in the center. On this triangle, you are somewhere in the center. Okay? There are three people who are judging you. There are three circumstances and environment. One is interviewing officer, another is group testing officer, and the third one is psychologist. But what they are checking? They are checking what we saw, 15 officer-like qualities. But all of them, all three of them, they are judging your 15 officer-like qualities in three different environments. Interviewing officer will speak to you one-to-one, maybe 1 hour approximate interview, maybe 45 minutes, depending upon a person, candidate, and the interview gets varied in terms of time. But the interviewing officer is aiming to draw conclusion on your 15 officer-like qualities. He will be ready with judgment. Where do you stand on 15 officer-like qualities? Second one, group testing officer will put you in a group of 10 to 12 candidates. And that GTO will take you through 9 tests on 2 days. First day 5 tests, second day 4 tests. These 9 tests are nothing but a teamwork. And at the end of 9 tests, GTO is also ready with his report. Where do you stand on 15 officer-like qualities? Same 15 officer-like qualities. And the third one is psychologist, who probably is not meeting you. Only your 4 writing scripts, if you want to call scripts, because there are WAT, SRT, TAT, and SDT. These 4 writing tests, if you want to call written tests, they are the tests. These papers will be deposited, answer sheets will be deposited with psychologist, and psychologist will also, after evaluating your answer sheets, will draw conclusion about 15 officer-like qualities. And on final day, conference day, generally people call conference day. Before you are called in, judgment is passed by these 3 people. Where do you stand on 15 officer-like qualities? And if you are matching in 3 environments, you are coming at par. In a layman's language, I am telling you, you are generally passing, getting recommended. And if you are contradicting somewhere, interviewing officer is finding you are like this, but the GTO is finding when you are in team, you are changing your parameters, characteristics, your attributes are changing, your personality is not the same. And psychologist, that person is also finding you are something different. That means you are not stable. In a layman's language, I am telling. So if you understand this matrix of test, you are through. You need not to prepare much. So what is the crux? You be natural. You don't deviate from your natural self. You don't manipulate much. Little bit manipulation, yes, it is also a test where you go prepared, you take guidance, you take mentors' advice, and you go there. So you should be understanding this requirement of test, and it will be okay. Any doubt in this? From 3 angles you are being checked. And if candidate understands this, half the work is done. Lot of students get confused, like a written test, 10th board, 12th board, NDA written, iski bhi aisi hi tayari karenge. So you are going wrong. I told you initially, it is like a sports. You are going there and playing your personality. Feel about it, that you are going there and playing your personality. Then it will be much more easy that you are going there and operating with free mind, and 15 officer-like qualities will come like a flow. Your confidence, your initiative, your cooperation, your stamina, your courage, all those things will come naturally during those 5 days, and you will be easily getting recommended for SSB. It is a recommendation test. That means they are sitting you to select, not to reject. but they want to see that personality is fitting based on those 15 officer-like qualities. Clear? Now we will see very quickly how exactly it happens. Day one is what? Screening test, like a trailer. See, so many students report there. Suppose you cracked your NDA and a lot of students are coming for interview. NDA is conducted by whom? UPSC. The past candidates, qualified candidates from the written test, the list goes to respective headquarters, Air Force, Navy, Army. And these respective Army headquarters, Air Force headquarters or Naval headquarters, they will conduct your SSB interview in their different centers. Army has got at different places, for example, Prayagraj, Bhopal. Air Force has got different places, Varanasi, and Navy has got their own boards. So you will go depending upon your merit, where do you stand, and in the respective center. But on first day, they don't want too many people for 5 days. They want to filter how many have come prepared, because it is not a time pass actually. So on first day, it is like a mini SSB. This is mini SSB. If you stand okay on this, you are taken for next 4 days, because there is accommodation, there is messing, and a lot of time is involved by the SSB board on you. So on an average, 100 students report, you can take it roughly 30% will go into the next stage. This is first stage. On day one, you will be going through screening test. What all is there? Verbal test and non-verbal test is just to cross check. तुक्के से तो NDA clear नहीं हुआ ना, आपका IQ check कर रहे हैं. You have proved that you are qualified in written test. Still, your intelligence test is a very, very quick objective test. Verbal and non-verbal, roughly 20 minutes test. This is that. Okay. Next is picture perception and discussion test. In this, what next 4 days tests are there? Psychological test plus GTO test. It is getting clubbed here in this. How? One picture is shown to you for 30 seconds and you will be writing a story on it, 4-minute story. We will see it, that we will do one practice in our classes. Because once you clear your returns, then these all things are important, but I am giving you hint that you have to be prepared for this. Okay. So you must be mentally prepared, and that's why you should be aiming to speak more and more English. Because now in this test, how beautifully this test is designed, just note it. That one picture is shown, 30 seconds, and there is a way to write how you will be writing, what you saw, and 3 attributes about the characteristics, age, gender, and mood. And you write a title, what kind of situation you saw, and you write a story in 4 minutes, 10 to 12 lines. After writing this test or a script, whatever thought came to your mind, you deposit your answer sheets. Immediately you are taken in a group. Roughly 20 odd candidates will be sitting together. A panel will sit and 20 students, candidates will sit in front. And now the first part, picture perception, is over. Now coming to discussion test. The second part starts. In that there are 2 subparts. One is one by one, everyone will narrate story what it is written. And your narration, you're opening your mouth. A lot of things are visible. How well you are prepared, how your English is there, how clarity of thought is there, how is your confidence. Everything is visible because you opened your mouth and your body language. And they are judging you whether you are really prepared to become an armed forces cadet. I will not say officer, because you will go to training and you will get trained. So are you fit to join academy? This is that perception, judgment from the panel side. Now once you are narrating your story one by one, you will generally get 50 seconds, 60 seconds, that means 1 minute you can take. So you have to practice how to narrate a story. And moment the last candidate finishes this individual narration, immediately the forum is open. Now you all will fight through discussion to arrive at common story. This is that discussion test. First you are narrating your story, and thereafter whoever is confident to speak in a group, because there it may become a fish market, nobody will allow you to speak because it is free. free world. The panel will not disturb you. Panel will not guide you. Those who are really well practicing, they will be easily speaking there and leading the way, showing the leadership. And some of the candidates who don't know what is happening, they will keep quiet because they are not able to match up with the group space. So try and visualize that you are required to speak in a group where everyone is fighting to get recommended. Isn't it? You must visualize this. We will practice that. Okay, don't worry. Now, once you have finished, there may be, suppose 20 candidates are there. There may be scenario that out of 20, 5 candidates did not open mouth also. So what does it speak? They are ideally not going to next stage. But still, it is so fair that during narration phase, the evaluators or the panelists might have seen that these candidates have potential, but they are outstanding. We will take a scenario. They are outstanding, but maybe lack of practice or maybe some problem, they could not open up. But why to wait for such opportunity, such scenario? So your aim before going for this test is more of a practice of speaking, confidence of speaking, logical speaking, observation based speaking, because you will be seeing that picture, observations you are utilizing, and you will speak more and more. Logical, nothing in air, कुछ भी बोल रहे हो ऐसा नहीं चलेगा. Very, very to the point. Okay. So this is that test. And the fourth one is specially for Air Force candidates. Air Force fighter pilot aspirants, pilot aptitude battery test, which is like a video game and all those things. It is specially for Air Force aspirants. Clear? We are just seeing the procedure. Now quickly, this is the scenario of a psychological test. This is how you will be sitting and you will be writing. 4 tests. Self-description test, which is a very simple. You will be writing about you 5 paragraphs under 5 questions. What do you think about you? What your parents think about you? What your teachers think about you? What are your strong points, weak points? All those things. You should be ready because you will be given only 15 minutes. You will be writing that. And then picture perception test, what we saw. Related to that, there is WAT, word association test. 60 words will be there. We'll see those tests. These are the tests. First, I told you self-description test. Need not to write. We will be explaining many things. Situation reaction test. The TAT, picture-based perception test. How you are evaluating, because there are 12 pictures one by one. 30 seconds. Then you will be writing 4-minute story. Immediately 30 seconds. You will be continuously 1 hour writing stories. About 12 pictures. 12th will be blank. You have to imagine a picture. We'll go in detail. All these things will be talking in detail. Word association test, 15 seconds. Word will be flashed. In 15 seconds, you will be writing something. What thought comes to your mind? Situation reaction test is a booklet. 60 situations are there. And in that, half portion is there. You want to pursue after 12th graduation, but your parents are saying you should go for job now, depending upon that situation. What you will do, something like that. You have to complete that thing. Okay, you are coming back from a tuition, it is dark totally on the street, you will dash dash dash. These are the reactions from your mind, from your imagination. You will be writing 60 situation reaction test. A booklet, 30 minutes. So you have to complete 30 seconds per situation you will get. But the problem here is booklet is given, you don't come to know time, and you may not be able to reach 40. So we generally tell 40 to 45 attempts is recommended, because you cannot be thinking too much and writing only 20. That is not a desirable scenario. But is there any ideal answer? No. Your personality, you reflect on your paper. Nothing is completely correct, nothing is completely wrong. Your summary will come out after you write everything, and that summary should be okay. What GTO conducts? These are the tests. On day 3, group discussion. Like there are 2 group discussion tests. First is 2 topics given. Option is given. Group will select one topic. Second topic is based on your discussion and quality of group. Second topic will be a compulsory. GTO will give 2 topics, group discussion, 10 minutes each, and you will be judged. Group planning exercise, a small game like military like exercise, a situation will be painted. These all things we will see how it is exactly conducted. Okay. Progressive group task, it is something like a plank will be given, a rope will be given, a bully will be given, and you are crossing some obstacles. Special instructions are there where you can stand, how much you can jump. You cannot jump more than 3 feet, and you as a group moving, you have to reach final destination. It is in a ground, a sketch is there, and in that it is a very simple, as you play in field, something like that. If you listen to instructions, it is very simple. Group obstacle race, you as a group will compete with other groups. The Josh, body language and your temperament is visible to the GTO. Half group task, the progressive group task, in that suppose you are 10 candidates. Some of the candidates are not opening up easily. So what happens? GTO is now seeing much closely here. Your group is made half, 5-5. There you have got another chance to prove. Yes, sir, I have got those qualities. Earlier I could not prove. So this is that chance. So every test is actually an equal opportunity. Lecturate, one of my favorite exercise, one should do every day, because SSB is more about projecting yourself, showing yourself how well you can communicate, what is your body language, what is your confidence, and from where it will come. At individual level, you can do this exercise, lecturate, different topics, and by virtue of practicing this, you will gain knowledge. Today you speak on women empowerment, tomorrow you speak on Indo-Pak relations, day after tomorrow you speak about some economic crisis, then you speak about Article 370, then you speak about terrorism, one day you speak about Naxalism, one day you speak about elections in India, one nation, one election. All those topics, slowly you will prepare, and your knowledge, your opinion making, thought process, logical reasoning, all those things automatically will develop. That's why I recommend, when you go after this course, focus more on this lecturate. I will also conduct. There is a social activity I keep conducting. So there you can connect with me. You come on online Google Meet, speak 3 minutes, go off the air. You can practice that. Okay. This is how a group discussion group is sitting. A GTO will be sitting maybe behind 5 number, and second group discussion, he will go opposite to the side, because he want to see half group space, half groups back. And in the second group discussion, he will see from the other side this half group space and the remaining half groups back. Body language, entire your movement, talking sense, everything is observed very minutely. Okay. You are given chest numbers. This is your number. You are not by name. You will talk to each other by chest number only. I agree with chest number 8. I agree with chest number 2. I partially agree with chest number 1. And this is how you talk there. We'll practice that. See, this is the GTO, group testing officer. But now the exercise is group planning exercise. How it is there? There is small sketch here. There is some situation painted. This we will see in detail. A exercise setting is there. And this is group. Now we're discussing based on this task. Very simple, not very difficult. Now the day 4, 3 tests are remaining. Individual obstacles. There are obstacles you are supposed to complete in 3 minutes. Whatever maximum you can do, you will score number. You should not be afraid of it. Very simple. If you are playing on ground, you can do it. If you are doing PT, you can do it. Simple, like walking on a parallel rope, or there is a swing, or there is a crossing obstacle, jumping. These are all, we will show those all obstacles to you. Command task, a very small exercise where you are a leader, you will choose 2 subordinates, and you will complete a task. There will be a task, a circle will be there. He will depict, explain to you, there is a bomb inside. Now, bomb inside means there is one small obstacle placed there, and how you will reach there, you have to defuse that bomb. It is very simple. You will be given a plank, you will be given a rope, you will be given a bully or some material, with the help of which and with the help of your two subordinates, you will do that plan. Very simple. Okay, these are all exercises planned at such a IQ level where practical sense, common sense is of use. No bookish technique required, not required. Group task, again a final group task where a group is made to perform what we saw in a progressive group task, that. And what about interview? We saw psychology test, we saw GTO test. Interview will be on day 2, 3, 4, depending upon the availability of interviewing officers, timing, and you will be going from the test one by one. If you are given time, go with a proper dress, formal dress. If you are straightway going from a GTO task, you can go in a PT dress. No problem in that. But interview will be on day 2, 3, 4, one of them. And last day, conference. I told you a scenario. Conference is entire panel is sitting because there are maybe 3 sets, GTO, interviewing officer, and the psychologist. You might have faced psychologist who is different. Another group is facing different psychologists and GTO. And there is a president of the board and vice president of the board who is taking interview. All those people sitting like half circle or a half moon shape, and a candidate comes in, sits. Earlier in my time, it used to be standing only. Nowadays, they make you sit. You sit there, normal questions about conference. If it is simple question, how was your stay and how is everything? What is your suggestion? Any? So these are simple questions. That means either you are recommended or not recommended. In both the case, it is simple questions. But there is one scenario, borderline case. If you are a borderline case, means out of those 3 who judged you, one is actually saying, in a layman's language I am explaining, one is saying that you are lacking, but 2 are saying no, candidate is okay. Now to check what is the observation of the third person, it can be GTO, it can be interviewing officer, it can be psychologist. Now there will be some questions specially asked on that day. And if you prove yourself, this is that last ball, required run is 4 or 6 or 2 or 1, manageable run in 1 ball. And if you score, you are recommended. Understanding? This is that conference day typical scenario. Maybe in my case, in my first SSB, I got recommended. But to my understanding, I was also a borderline case because I was asked 2 big questions on that day. So maybe to check, something was objected by one of them. So I have cleared SSB in first attempt, but I probably was a borderline case. Understood? My few tips: set the target, which already set. Your target is joining defense forces, clearing the written, clearing the SSB, clearing the medical, getting through the merit list. Broaden the horizon, think big. That's why these small claims we are seeing. Don't be an ordinary person by mindset. Think big. You are extraordinary. Start believing in it. You can do wonders. You can make your parents proud. Make it as an aim. I want to see my parents taking pride that I have done something for them, for the family. And then about society and nation will be subsequent. English. Start speaking more and more English. You may have environment, you may not have, but you create that environment, whether at friendships, whether at your home or on telephone. In my time, there was no telephone. You can speak to a person who can speak English with you. It can be your uncle or anybody, teacher. Speak to him. Sir, I don't have anybody to speak in English. I want to speak to you in English. And you make a call, 15 minutes call, 10 minutes call. Okay? Communication skill. Try and observe how you are improving and make your personality all-round personality. Not that you are only studying, you are bookish. No. Play, go for a run, do meditation, read more. Develop that habit. Read more. Read what is happening in the world, because that is your SSB requirement also. Because you want to aim for class 1 post. You want to be a class 1 officer. You want to be in a leadership position. So develop your reading base, knowledge. And the key is make a group. A group can be more than 1 person, 2 also. But group should not be a disturbing group. Competitive exam, you should be in a group. Then it will be easy. You should have friends. Hard work plus luck will get you success. We don't want to debate what is more important, whether it is hard work or luck. We know if you are ready for hard work, luck will follow you. Luck will favor you. We keep saying fortune favors the brave, and brave people are hardworking. Brave people are creative. Brave people are believing themselves, I can do it and I will bloody well do it. With that mindset, you have to operate. Okay? Any question? This is just that introduction. No, sit. He has asked a question. In borderline case, what type of questions are asked? See, there it is a very, very straight, focused approach of panel also. Suppose GTO is saying, sir, to my understanding, this candidate is not so cooperative. Just example. So question will be framed to check your cooperative ability. Suppose interviewing officer says he has no knowledge base, because interviewing officer will be checking a lot of knowledge, lot of current affair, your family based history, everything. So question will be to check your knowledge. Something about current affair will be asked and entire panel is listening. Okay. Suppose there is a question mark from the panel that he doesn't have a communication skill. So you will be made more to speak there. So it is not that question is decided prior. No. After these three people are passing verdict about you, if there is any questionable area, firstly, either you are recommended or not recommended. And the borderline cases, generally two are saying yes, candidate is okay, he can be recommended or she can be recommended. But the one person is objecting strongly because he has seen something which is not okay. To verify, to corroborate, now everyone is listening very carefully. Try and understand this scenario, okay? Clear? Anyone? Yes.
Sir, which type of question they ask you?
In where?
In day 5th.
In the interview.
Yes.
Where?
In interview.
Interview. That we will speak in detail, but suffice to know, what is the aim of interviewing officer? Firstly, to test your 15 officer-like qualities. You will be filling one form, personal information questionnaire. In that, your academic journey, your which city you are coming from, basic details are there. What kind of achievements you have done, how many times you have given SSB, how many times you have failed, what is your life journey actually in summary. A form will be filled. वो form का format दूंगा मैं. Now this is a start point for interviewing officer. लेकिन जब क्वेश्चन आंसर शुरू हो जाते हैं, इट इज बेस्ड ऑन दैट इंटरेक्शन. किसी किसी कैंडिडेट में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है, तो इसलिए इंटरव्यू 1 घंटे से ज्यादा भी चलता है. बट अगर कैंडिडेट ने बहुत आसानी से अपने बारे में इजीली अगर वो इंटरव्यू ऑफिसर इज ड्राइंग कंक्लूजन्स, तो वो इंटरव्यू आसानी से खत्म होता है. लेकिन एम क्या है? 15 ऑफिसर लाइक क्वालिटी जज करना एंड आपके बारे में, आपके फैमिली के बारे में, आपके ओपिनियन के बारे में, एंड करंट अफेयर में क्या, वट एवर इज हैपनिंग इन द वर्ल्ड यू आर सपोज टू नो, बिकॉज यू आर अप्लाइंग फॉर अ लीडरशिप पोजीशन. क्लास 1 पोस्ट के लिए अप्लाई कर रहे हो, मिलिट्री लीडरशिप के लिए कर रहे हो, तो करंट अफेयर पे आपका जोर होना चाहिए. यू आर कमिंग, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यू आर कमिंग फ्रॉम सपोज छत्रपति संभाजीनगर, यू शुड बी नोइंग अबाउट छत्रपति संभाजीनगर हिस्ट्री, प्रेजेंट सिनारियो, महाराष्ट्र का सिनारियो, नाउ नेशन. पहले तो आपका डिस्ट्रिक्ट, आपका प्लेस, स्टेट, नेशन एंड देन वर्ल्ड. ऐसा एक वो सब डिटेल में इंटरव्यू का एक सेपरेट लेक्चर लूंगा मैं. देयर इट विल बी मोर क्लियर. ओके, एनी क्वेश्चन? शैल वी एंड हियर? See, this is just an introduction to open up your horizon. Now you should be mentally ready कि मुझे काफी सारा पढ़ना है, मुझे काफी सारी चीजें नेचुरली तैयार करनी है, मेरी पर्सनैलिटी तैयार करनी है, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल डेवलप करना है, फ्रेंडशिप्स डेवलप करनी है, एंड अपनी पर्सनैलिटी को ओपन करना है. दैट इज द एम ऑफ टुडेज लेक्चर कि इस दुनिया में आपको जाना है और ये रिक्वायरमेंट. ओके, हाँ.
As you told that means after written exam we can we can go for the SSB interview. If by chance we means because of some obstacles or something else we have not passed that SSB interview, then again we have to prepare for the return.
Okay. Her question is, once you have cleared return, suppose NDA return, and you missed SSB, what will happen? You will again go for return. Not only that, there is one girl who cleared everything, but she is not in merit. She is in a waiting list. Again, she will follow everything. Not only that, if you miss on medical, again you will follow everything. But बहुत लोग ये करके जा रहे हैं, तो that is a relief कि nothing is impossible. कुछ भी होता है तो अगेन यू कैन बाउंस बैक. मैं पहले ही बता रहा हूँ, देर आर सो मेनी आर्मी, एयरफोर्स, नेवी ऑफिसर सर्विंग इन दी आर्म फोर्सेज, जिनका पहली बार में नहीं हुआ है, दूसरी बार में नहीं हुआ है, बहुत लेटर स्टेज में भी हुआ है.
But sir, there is age limit for that. Then how we can?
इसका थोड़ा साइड से देखते हैं. मैंने बोला है स्पोर्ट्स है. विराट कोहली ने एक सेंचुरी मारी, हर बार काउंट करोगे क्या? दोबारा जाएगा, दोबारा खेलेगा, जीरो पे भी आउट हो सकता है. समझ गए? तो एवरी टाइम यू विल बी चेक्ड. इसीलिए ये ओपन है, ये सबके लिए अच्छा है. किसी का पहली बार में हुआ नहीं तो उसको तो परमानेंट रिजेक्ट करना चाहिए, वो भी नहीं हो रहा है. आप दोबारा जाके पास हो सकते हैं, लेकिन आप एक बार पास हो गए और अपने आप को तुर्रम खा समझने लगे, दूसरी बार में जाके वहां एड से मैं तो पास हो चुका हूं, ऐसा करोगे तो फिर तो फेल है. ये इतना इक्वल अपॉर्चुनिटी वाला फील्ड है. ओके, नाउ इट इज गुड अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम, वी विल एंड हियर. ऑल द बेस्ट. जय हिंद.